Hey guys, welcome to Vidya's Kitchen. This is Janani here, and today I'm going to show you how to make bakery style butter biscuits. In a bowl, take 130 grams of flour, to which you're going to add 1.5 tablespoons of custard powder, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and half a teaspoon of salt. Mix them well together. We're going to work on our dry ingredients first to ensure that they're not clumpy and unevenly distributed. So make sure you mix this mixture with a whisk so that you aerate the flour as well. Once you're done whisking, set the bowl aside so that we can now work on our wet ingredients. Our wet ingredients in this recipe are butter, sugar, and vanilla essence. So take another bowl as well as a whisk so that you can work on them. In this bowl, take some softened butter, 100 grams of it. Make sure that it is room temperature and soft. So you should be able to press it down and leave an indent, but it should not melt under your finger. It should not be too greasy. If not, your cookies will spread in the oven and burn. So to this softened butter, we're going to add 50 grams of powdered sugar. So if you don't have icing sugar or powdered sugar, you can take granulated sugar and grind it in the mixie. Now using the whisk, start to blend these two together. You could either use a hand whisk like I'm using here, or you can use the electric whisk as well. Your end product should be a creamy light yellow butter mixture. This means that you have incorporated air into the mixture properly. Once the mixture is this consistency, we're going to add vanilla extract to it or essence. We're going to use half a teaspoon of vanilla essence. This is just mainly for scent and for flavor. Once you've added this vanilla essence in, we're going to whisk it again with the whisk. We're incorporating it very well with the wet ingredients and also adding a little bit more air before we add the flour in. Once you are happy with the consistency of your butter mixture, we're now going to incorporate the flour with it. Add all of the flour at once and we're going to incorporate it with a spatula. Do not use a whisk now. You do not want to create gluten in the dough and also push out all the air that you just put in. So gently fold it with a spatula. Your end product here will be a soft, delicate dough. So gently fold until you get a doughy consistency. Once you are happy with the consistency, remember to stop once all the flour is incorporated. Do not overmix this dough or else it will get too chewy. It will be a very soft, um, buttery and a little delicate dough. It will be a little difficult to handle, but if you have a properly greased surface or a flat surface or a parchment paper, it will make it much easier to handle. In this video, I am shaping it into a ball before I roll it out so that it is more even when I roll it out to cut the cookies. You can do two things to roll it out. Either you can put it between two pieces of parchment paper and roll it out, or if you don't have parchment paper, you could use a Ziploc bag as well. This is just to ensure that none of the dough sticks to the surfaces and it is easier to take it out when you cut it with a cookie cutter. I am using my hands to press it down here into a sort of a rough circle which is about quarter of an inch thick. If it is too thin, it will be very difficult to take the cookies out. So just press it down and once you are happy with it, just start cutting out cookies with a cookie cutter. Very delicately take them out and place them onto a parchment lined baking tray. Do this until all your batter has been used. Once you're done cutting all the cookies out, freeze it for 30 minutes because you don't want the cookies to spread in the oven. In that time, you can preheat the oven at 175 degrees Celsius. Once you have taken it out of the fridge, you can bake it for 10 minutes at this temperature and keep an eye on it because they brown really fast. So the cookies will be very soft when they come out of the oven, but they will harden as they cool. So you should transfer them onto a wire cooling rack once you take them out of the oven and let them sit for 15 to 20 minutes. That will give you the correct texture of a butter biscuit. Once you cool completely, you can serve these cookies and they are best even the next day. For more details, do visit the blog in our description box.